The video opens with upbeat music fading in and shots of Britain's Got Talent auditions flashing across the screen. The energy is electric, the lights bright, and the excitement unmistakable. As the music pumps softly under the narration, my voice enters, warm and energetic, ready to bring you into the story. Welcome back everyone to another amazing breakdown of one of the most unforgettable moments from Britain's Got Talent. Today's story is one of the wildest, funniest, and most unexpectedly wholesome auditions ever seen on the show. It all begins with David Walliams, the judge known for his humor, his unpredictability, and his ability to turn even the craziest situation into TV gold. But this time, things take a turn that nobody was prepared for. Not even David himself. Because today, we're talking about the moment David Walliams found his new band on Britain's Got Talent. And trust me, this one is an absolute roller coaster. The camera cuts to the giant BGT stage, the lights sweeping over the audience as they clap loudly in anticipation. The doors at the back of the stage swing open, and in walk four boys, looking equal parts nervous and excited. They're carrying mismatched instruments, a cheap-looking keyboard, a guitar missing a sticker patch, a drum pad that looks like it definitely survived several school talent shows, and a microphone wrapped with tape around the handle. They take their positions slowly, adjusting their setups. The audience murmurs. Simon raises an eyebrow. Amanda smiles politely. Alicia gives them a warm nod. And then, there's David Walliams. Already leaning forward, eyes wide, studying them like they're about to reveal a big secret. The group introduces themselves. They call themselves the Midnight Notes, a group of friends from school who formed a band simply because one of them said they should. David immediately bursts into laughter, not maliciously, but because he finds the blunt honesty absolutely adorable. The lead singer smiles nervously, and Simon steps in with his classic dry tone, asking what type of music they perform. They say they write their own songs, and the audience breaks into applause. Nothing wins over BGT supporters faster than original music. The boys glance at each other, ready to begin. But suddenly, David Walliams stands up. The whole room reacts instantly. Even Simon looks confused. David asks if he can join the band for just a moment. The boys freeze. The audience erupts with cheers. The other judges start laughing. The lead guitarist hesitates, then nods. He hands David a tambourine. David holds it like a priceless royal artifact. He steps onto the stage dramatically, throwing his leg over one of the chairs and almost falling, causing the audience to laugh so loudly that even the backstage crew peeks out to see what's happening. The boys prepare again. The drummer lifts his stick slowly. David raises the tambourine over his head like he's in the finale of a rock concert. Simon rubs his forehead like he's preparing for the worst. Amanda's smiling, waiting with hope. And Alicia is already laughing helplessly. The music starts. It's chaotic at first. The boys find their rhythm, nervous but passionate. The singer performs with real emotion. The guitar riffs surprisingly well. The keyboardist keeps glancing at Simon like he's waiting for approval. And the drummer is giving everything he has. But David Walliams. He's attacking the tambourine like he's the leader of the band. He shakes it wildly, jumps around the stage, nearly bumps into the guitarist, and at one point spins in a full circle like he's at Coachella. The audience is screaming with laughter. Simon absolutely loses it and actually slams the buzzer, not to stop the act but because he can't breathe from laughing. The band, surprisingly, keeps going. They don't let the chaos distract them. In fact, they somehow adapt to David's unpredictable tambourine strikes. The singer belts the chorus with confidence. They look incredibly focused, even as David Walliams dramatically falls to his knees in front of the drummer, shaking the tambourine overhead like he's summoning musical spirits. The performance ends with David striking one final, thunderous shake. The crowd leaps to their feet, not because of David's antics but because, surprisingly, the boys actually sounded great. The mix of humor and raw talent created a moment so unexpected that nobody could have predicted it. The judges look at one another, trying to gather themselves for the proper feedback. Simon is the first to speak. He asks the boys how they feel, still trying not to laugh. They say performing with David Walliams was amazing but terrifying because they had no idea what he was going to do next. The entire audience laughs again. Alicia compliments their original song, saying it was catchy and surprisingly memorable. She adds that it's rare to see young performers with such confidence on such a big stage. Amanda agrees and tells them their friendship is visible in the music. She says it's refreshing to see a band that doesn't take themselves too seriously but still performs with heart. Then it's David's turn. Instead of sitting behind the desk, he walks over and stands behind the boys again like he's already part of the group. He tells them their performance was brilliant, energetic, authentic, and full of joy. Then he says the line that would soon become legendary on YouTube. "I think I've found my new band." The audience screams. The boys are speechless. Simon stares directly into the camera with the most iconic deadpan expression. David continues, suggesting they start touring immediately, release an album, and become the biggest band Britain has ever seen. The boys laugh nervously, unsure whether he's joking. Spoiler. He totally is. Mostly. Now it's time for the votes. Alicia gives them their first yes. Amanda gives the second yes. Simon pauses dramatically, looks at them, looks at David, and then gives what he calls the most cautious yes he has ever given, joking that he wants them back but maybe without David next time. Finally, David gives his yes, complete with a dramatic bow, as if he's personally welcoming them into the music industry. The boys celebrate, tears almost forming in their eyes. This wasn't just an audition. It was a moment they would remember their entire lives. But the story doesn't end there. Backstage, David Walliams follows the boys for a bit, jokingly practicing tambourine beats, suggesting album logos, and telling them they should name their first record something dramatic like The Rise of the Tambourine Titans. The boys laugh, still overwhelmed by everything that happened. Their audition clip goes viral overnight, gathering millions of views. People didn't just love the humor, they loved the chemistry, the raw talent, and the unexpected combination of chaos and musicality. Viewers comment things like, David Walliams became the band's unofficial fifth member. This tambourine deserves its own audition. The boys kept their cool like absolute pros even while David Walliams unleashed his inner rock star. And the craziest part, the band actually gained real fans from the moment. They started posting more music online, inspired by the unexpected spotlight. Their schoolmates celebrated them like heroes, and the tambourine became their unofficial symbol. As the video narrative returns to present time, I look straight at the camera again and bring the story home. There's something magical about moments like this. BGT is known for incredible talent, emotional stories, and jaw-dropping performances. But every once in a while, you get that perfect moment where everything comes together: talent, humor, spontaneity, and heart. A moment that reminds us why we love this show so much. These four boys walked onto that stage hoping for a chance. They walked out with the audience cheering, the judges smiling, and David Walliams proudly calling himself their newest band member. Even if only for one legendary performance. So what do you think? Should David Walliams officially join the band? Should the tambourine get its own audition next season? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more amazing BGT stories, and share this with your friends who love chaotic brilliance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.